Morning, everybody. I just graded all the essays that have been submitted so far. I want to give some feedback on that for you verbally. Also, before I get into that, just know that we're transitioning now from something that's pretty heavy in terms of grief and meaning with Tennyson to something that's very light and stylish with Oscar Wilde. And I think you'll appreciate the transition. This week, you'll basically be reading and understanding the play, and the week after, you'll have your essay due on it. Now, this essay that you turned in, I need to remind you all not to use AI at all. Look, I understand this is a technological world and there are places for it. If you're in a computer graphics class, you should use it. In an English class, you should not. I've told you not to in the syllabus, and yet it continues to happen in pretty egregious circumstances. I had one essay that mentioned King Arthur and Costco, another one that talked about Kirkland brand flour, another one that talked about stuffed animals. So in other words, many of you are just putting it into a chatbot and not even bothering to edit it. And I can't think of anything lower in terms of integrity than that. You shouldn't use AI at all in an English class. I asked you not to. I specifically said it's prohibited in the syllabus. And you're just shooting yourselves in the foot, no matter if you're an English major or not, because this is a discipline in which what should be retained is created in the mind, not in a chatbot. The process is pretty simple. You read, you understand, you read the critic's ideas, you understand, and then you synthesize them. And that's how you create meaning in English. It comes into your brain, it's processed, it's woven together, it's synthesized, and then it's written in structured form. That is what we do in the discipline. It's nobody's ideas but your own. You have to be original, and you have to think about it in terms of the way your brain perceives a meaning. And that's where real creativity and actual real meaning comes from. And those of us who are English majors have all gone through it, through the trial and error, through the failures, through the struggles, like, I don't get it, and then reading it again going, wait a minute, okay, I see what he's doing here, I see what she's doing here, I see what they're doing there. And you just have to read. And I am looking at some of the logon times in the course, and I'm looking, we have a Carnegie unit to follow here, right? So the expectation for any online course is that you're working approximately 12 hours a week in it. So I check logon times, and I should see 24, 25, 26, 30 hours. One of your classmates has 77. Another has in the 40s. And it's not surprising those people do well in the class. Then I'm seeing login times of 37, 48 minutes, right? And so I will be dropping people probably on Monday if I don't get essays in with those logon times, just because you're not participating. And then because you're not participating, when you do an essay, you just paste your essay into a chat bot and then submit it. The work has to be there. You need to show me that you're doing it. You need to show me that you're going through the modules, and you have to go through all the modules. So as I wrap up here, right, make sure that you go back and you understand how to present yourself in MLA form. MLA is only about AA spacing. It's not difficult. If you want to use Word to help yourselves, you can. Just go to the paragraph tab and click on remove spaces after paragraphs. Some of you have like 8 spaces between the heading and the title, or 4 spaces between paragraphs. No. And then you have like a 2.5 page essay, and so it's really 2 pages. So I just fail them because you're half the length. Fix that. Fix the MLA issues. Write to the length of the prompt. This essay upcoming has a prompt that says a minimum of 4 pages. A minimum of 4 pages. Even if it's like 3 good ones, you're not going to pass, because I need you at this level to think and to put all of your thinking on the page for the reader. So not all of you are in this boat. Some of you did great essays. Some of you I lauded, personally with notes I wrote to you, like, this is great. You're writing at a high level. You're doing better than I could have done at this age, right? And that's true. But the effort as a class and the standards you set for yourself need to be higher, a lot higher. All right, know that I'm here to help you. We'll see you on office hours Tuesday if you so desire. But for now, have a good week and fun week reading Wilde.